Today I'm going to talk about Agile product methods for AWS and Spotify. The first product design method comes from Amazon, and one of the things that they really focus on is before any work begins, they try to kind of begin with the end in mind. And they do that by creating a press release. And so this is going to be a one-page story with language of the customer that's going to try to capture the requirements and the purpose of the final product. And then they go into some test development and extreme programming, but the design goal is always making sure that the requirements are simple enough for a press release and that it will be serving the customer. And I think that this is a great tool for any team. Also at Amazon, they have a rule that is I think pretty catchy, that the 2-pizza team. And so no team can be larger than the amount two pizzas can feed people. And because of this, each team is its own autonomous unit in making decisions, and they can share their data through APIs to other people. And this is a very common thing in Agile, but I think Amazon kind of takes it to a very strict level in saying that each team is autonomous. It can do anything it needs to in order to create a product and be successful. And I think that is an important product design method, that whatever team you have is capable of taking something from the beginning to the end. And so that same idea is also used in Spotify. There are groups of people that can take things from an idea and get it into production. And that is one of the big things of Scrum. But in my experience, usually there's always going to be people that are some layer of management is going to be more controlling. And it seems like in this case, especially with Spotify, they're really trying to turn the authority over to the teams. And so with Spotify, they kind of have this unique organization and unique language. So they have squads, chapters, guilds, and in each of these, so the squad is what is taking something from an idea and putting it into production. And they can work on essentially whatever they want because they're autonomous. And the way that Spotify tries to not let these teams become silos is through the chapters, which is a group of people that are going to work on similar things. And then guilds, there's kind of this way of having people with similar skill sets all be on the same page. So if all these people in blue were all user experience designers, they are all trying to keep each other accountable for their best practices, and making sure that Spotify is a good application that all feels the same, even though different teams are working on different products. And so this is kind of a complicated product design, but because of it, Spotify has become a very dominant player in the music industry. This slide kind of just is an overview of how those teams work and why it's beneficial to the product design process. And one of the last ideas of product design comes from Spotify, and then Spotify got this idea from Google, and Google got their idea from 3M, but it's giving employees the opportunity at some point during the week or during the year. In Spotify's case, it's a week, in which they allow all their squads, all their team members to pick any particular subject they are interested in and try to build a new design, a new product in the week. Often these things will be kind of voted on, and I think that this is a great idea of trying to let your employees build something that could be very beneficial to the company. Because without this kind of creativity, sometimes we just get stuck in a rut. And so, right, between AWS and Spotify, they have similar philosophies in terms of product design. It's trying to give small teams autonomy. I think that's kind of the focus of what they both focus on in Agile, and allowing them to build the best products possible. Because when people have ownership of things, they're more likely to put their best foot forward. And those are the citations I used for this week. Thank you.